Midwest Whitetail is brought to you by Realtree, Hoyt Archery, Fuse Accessories, Muddy Outdoors, Frigid Forage, Trophy Rock, Scentmaster, Cabela's, Rocket Broadheads, Bloodsport Arrows, Redneck Hunting Blinds, Scott Archery, Woods Zero Turn Mowers, ScentLock, Deer Grow, Quiet Cat, Execute Scent Control, Non-Typical Wildlife Solutions, Yeti Coolers, and Nikon.
Welcome to Midwest Whitetail. Today's the 28th of December, and it's my first hunt with a bow since I think the 6th of December, 6th or 7th, something like that. We've had some gun hunting here on the farm and unsuccessful, unfortunately, so far with the Jordan and Drew. So this is my first time to get a bow back in my hand now for 3 weeks, and I'm excited about it. Heading back to the spot that I hunted so much during the rut. This is that area where we're hoping that Lucky will return to now that the rut is over. So this is a spot, like I said, it's been 3 weeks and we haven't hunted the spot for 3 weeks. My guess is that, under these less than ideal conditions, we probably will see some deer, but maybe we won't see all the deer that are living in that area. It's 35 degrees right now, real light breeze, probably a 5-mile-per-hour wind. But I'm looking forward to it. We've got the element of surprise on our side, and who knows, maybe this will be the night when Lucky steps out finally. We've got, let's see, on today's episode we've also got 2 hunts from Scott Prucha, and despite the warmer conditions, he's actually been having some pretty good hunts. So we're going to start with Scott's hunt first, and then we'll come back and wrap up with my hunt from this evening.
Well, Merry Christmas. It's the afternoon of Christmas Day, and I'm about to get after my late season archery hunt. I recruited my nephew Carson Prucha to come down this weekend, and he's going to run camera, so it's going to be his really first time behind the camera. But the kid's a deer killer, and I needed a good luck charm, so he's going to be it tonight. So he's with me all weekend. We'll see what happens, and hope for the best.
We are in the newly positioned red wagon blind. We moved this wagon about, I guess it's been about 3.5, 4 weeks ago, and I'm in the middle of about a half acre of standing beans that have had the hot zone fence around it until last Friday. And there's a ton of beans here. Now we had 2 cameras running off each end of this blind. However, we forgot to bring our computer, so we're going to see if we can view these pictures on the camera and see if there's been anything in here. So right now we're hunting on a hunch, and we're hoping for a Christmas miracle. So yeah, we don't really know if there's been any deer in here or not. I was a little worried that beans might get mowed down more than they are, but there's a ton of beans in here, so it looked like there were a lot of tracks coming in and out of here. So we're hoping to see some deer tonight. We're gonna sit tight, and maybe our friend Flat Top will show up. He's actually a deer. This is like dead center in the core area of his turf. And when my dad was down here 3 weeks ago with me during that first shotgun season, we pulled cards, all around this area, and he was still running all over the place, daylight. And strangely enough, he's a deer I have not seen all year. I haven't laid eyes on him, but I get pictures of him all the time. He's kind of just he runs from one end of the farm to the other, and just going to be a matter of luck if we cross paths with him. But hopefully the food that we have here, these beans that were protected by the hot zone fence, will be the ticket. We're going to find out. that cedar right to the right. I got him. Got him. Just take your time. You're not in focus, are you? I got that right around him. Stay on him. First time I've seen him all year. It's awesome. He's cool looking, isn't he? Got a little gray face. Oh, he's going. Where's he going? To the left. Behind the gate now. Where's that other one? There you go. This one's going down. Is this other one okay? Yeah. Dang it. You can't shoot there. We have about 5 minutes left here. We had a young yearling buck come out, a couple doe. Flat top appears in the gate. First time I've laid eyes on him this year. And, we had him within 35 yards, but he got to the wrong side of the wagon here where I couldn't get a shot. Just didn't happen, so we're going to have to get somebody to bump these deer out of here because we're not sure where they went. They went down in the creek down here. They're close by, so the chess match begins. We're all set up here in the red wagon again tonight. Same spot we had the encounter with Flat Top 2 nights ago. We've also kind of got the camera set up at a little bigger angle. When we had him in here 2 nights ago, he was within 30 yards, maybe a little closer, but I couldn't get an angle out my long vertical window, and the other window was squeaking so bad, so we oiled that window. That thing's really quiet. We've got the camera set up where we can shoot. If he comes out through that gate again tonight and works his way up to the right, I think we've got a setup where we'll have a 35-yard shot at him. So it's about all you can ask for. The best situation would be as if he fed out in front of us where all those other deer were last night or 2 nights ago. We'll take our time. We'll see if we can make it happen tonight. Feels good. Coming through the gate. Yeah. I can't tell what this one's on. There's a door. That one door doesn't like me. She keeps looking in here. There's it. Right here. Right here on the other side of the fence. Is that him? No, what is that? See that buck in the gate? Yeah, look at him. Yeah, this is a big 9. Oh, here comes another one out of the gate. That's that big 8. You're gonna have to pull the camera out now. Easy, don't bump anything. exciting in a hurry there. We had no deer all night. And at 4:36 we saw the first doe walk in. Then I look in the gate and there's a big 9 was in there. I think he's only 3, but then there's another big 8-pointer that I've had pictures of all year. He proceeds to walk right in front of the blind, but that 9 angled off past us the same way that flat top did 2 nights ago. I don't know if that deer winded us. I still thought our wind should have been going straight behind us, but they were piling in. There were does. We had 7, 8 does in front of us. And when they ran back through the gate, I could see more deer that were headed in, going the other direction. I was getting ready to shoot that big 8. He's a pretty deer. And literally, I thought I was going to shoot him at about 10 yards. I had the window open. Everything was perfect. Something else spooked him behind us. It's supposed to get colder next week. We're going to stay after him and see what happens. That was close. That was really close.
Well, it's the morning after. We had that encounter with those 2 bucks last night right out here. We keep having a problem where they're sneaking past us on the far side here, so we're going to try and hook the Ranger up here to the wagon and either drag it around and reposition it, or just if we can push that front end back so we can see out our side windows back to the south. So I noticed when I came in here today, that end of the beans is like gone. There still are a lot out here in front, but I'm hoping they last through next weekend, because I'll have 3 or 4 days to hunt then. So we'll be back in here in a couple days and see what happens. She's in place. We're ready.
Got about 45 minutes of time left in my hunting day, and so far there's been a decent amount of activity. 2 small bucks, a doe, and 3 fawns has been the tally so far. And I would say, as warm as these conditions are, that the majority of the movement would occur toward the end of legal shooting time. So we should still have some pretty good action yet this evening. The only negative we've got working for us right now is it's gotten really calm. And, you know, I talk about it all the time, but it just seems like when the conditions are really calm here, I don't have very good hunting. The deer don't move very well until after dark. I think they can hear everything, so they just stand back and listen, and they don't move much. So hopefully that doesn't slow down the action this evening. Otherwise, I would say we're coming into that part of the day now when things could get really good. I'll have another update for you here if anything exciting happens. I'd like to think that we're going to see a shooter buck yet before this evening is over. If not, then if nothing like that comes out, we'll just show you the action and skip the update. That buck is starting to work his way down here now. So if you don't get another update from me, this is going to be my final wrap-up for today's episode. I appreciate you joining me. We'll see you right back here again next week for the next episode. And I'm going to be hunting every single evening this coming week. So really should have something to bring you here pretty soon. So like I said, we'll see you back here again next week for the next episode of Midwest Whitetail. And remember to always dream big.